Hello, my name is Kevin Cardenas. I am an alumni of Rockhurst High School, and I'm going to be presenting to you a mural that I did for the grade class of 2018. I call it Sagrada Madre, which means Sacred Mother. So this mural came to be when, at Mr. Harkness's request, he asked me, my class and him asked me if I was willing to produce a mural as one of the class skips for 2018. Upon talking to Mr. Harkness, he had mentioned, what is something that you think is a good representation of what you would like to express to a school? And I immediately thought, our Sacred Mother, Mary. And I really wanted the viewer, for when he or she came by, to really reflect upon it and to really kind of think about themselves when they come into like the presence of her. Kind of looking back on the background and these displays of the sun and the moon, and really I laid it down as she's always looking down, and there's always a time to really look up to her, whether it's day or night, looking at how the sun really shines its rays on her, kind of expressing this explosion of beauty that kind of resonates around her. And I really thought about, kind of this whole theme of reflecting and really kind of laying the light on yourself and what you believe in. Yeah. So going on with these circular designs that kind of come around her, I really thought about, I looked into a lot of inspiration with Aztecian designs, and I was kind of trying to relate that, but also at the same time try to be original with how I displayed these circles, these patterns, and these colors. And really there can almost be a sort of difference between the two of them, because this kind of side more represents a light and cool color, while this one over here represents more of the warm colors that kind of correlate with the sun coming down on her. And I also related to sort of these Aztecian designs that are always displayed with circles and patterns, and that's kind of what I would try to show here. With this design in particular, I took into inspiration this sort of tradition that we share, where we would sort of celebrate, during like certain parties or anything, the use of piñatas, which are for us a really religious representation of the 7 deadly sins, which are represented with 7 spikes that circulate around the piñata. And during that sort of tradition, we would smash or try to break this piñata in order to kind of repent, and at the same time, push away these sins, and also lead more of a holy life for ourselves. When we kind of look down here on this sort of cathedral type area, I like to associate this symbol right here with an Aztecian symbol that I had found, which represented, community or family. And I thought that would have been a really great touch to this mural, because it makes the viewer wonder, like, what does this design mean? Does it have any meaning to it? And yes, it does. And it sort of connects around with this sort of cathedral structure that I had painted, because it really centralizes around the bread right here, which would be given to people during Mass. And it kind of really shows kind of how this all just centralizes along the faith that we celebrate with each other, especially during Mass, because that's really an important time where we're really very close to Jesus and Mary. And it really kind of just shows like everything revolves around her and also around Jesus. This mural really means a lot to me. It was a lot of work and a lot of dedication that I had to take upon it, and I think the end result was really fantastic for me, and kind of seeing how many people really appreciate this work of art, and they really appreciate what it brings around this building. And to me that means a lot. I think about it every day now, kind of the work that I put through this, and my whole process with reflecting upon the mural, and also Mary herself, really making me think about my own faith life when I made this mural, and kind of what am I doing as as a faithful alumni from Rockhurst, what am I doing to really resonate that faith life, that Jesuit life that we practice here?